Hello and welcome to Anna's Craft Here More. I'm Anna. I'd like to welcome you to my channel if you're new here, and I'd also like to welcome back my subscribers who come back time and time again. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. Today I'd like to show you some WIPs and faux. Well, one WIP, and I've got quite a few finished objects. So I'd like to get started straight away, I think. So the first one that I have, now I haven't been, again, like I said in a previous video, I haven't been crocheting very much, but I have been knitting. So the first item that I've finished is, which I've showed the toy before, that's Tabitha Cat, but I made her a little dress, and it's a knitted dress. It's got little straps, it's like a little sundress, and it has a button at the back here to make it easier to come off and on. I love her little tail. Ooh. Sorry Tabitha. But it is really pretty. I just put together some stitch patterns, which I had made a dress previously for one of the items up here. I'll just get it. I made this topsy-turvy doll, and it was a pattern, a free pattern on Yarn Inspirations, and when you turn it over there's another doll underneath. And so I used a combination of the stitch patterns that are in this doll that you can see here, and I just combined it. Well, I did like a variation, and that's it there. It's probably a little bit blurry. You can probably see it there. The yarn that I used is, I called it patterns in the previous video, but it's patons, so P-A-T-O-N-S, patons, I think that's how you pronounce it. It is an acrylic yarn, and I've used here a white and a pink together, held together, because it is quite fine. It was probably classed as a one weight, like a fingering weight yarn. So I wanted it to be just a little bit thicker than that. And I used two strands together, one white, one pink. And that's what I've come up with. Pretty little dress for her. So cute. The pattern for Tabitha Cat, I'll put it in the description box below. And the lady's name escapes me. I know it's Debi. I can't quite think of her surname, but it is a pattern, a paid for pattern for the doll, for the cat. It's a paid for pattern on Ravelry, and I think she has her own website as well. But like I said, I'll put all the links in the description section below this video. The next item that I wanted to show you is a teddy, and it is so cute. It came out really, really nice. This again is all knitted. That's her feet. Now I haven't worked out if this teddy is going to be a boy teddy or a girl teddy. Look at that face. It's just adorable. It came out super nice. This yarn that I'm using is a knit pearl yarn. It's a very inexpensive yarn. I purchased it through one of our like bargain stores. It's called the Reject Shop, and they had this yarn, and it's like a taupey brown color. I thought it'd be perfect for this this little bear. This little bear, the pattern is a paid for pattern again, and it's a Mary Jane Tearoom pattern, and this is Candy Bear. Now, the yarn that I used here, it's an 8-ply sort of DK weight. So it came out about, it's supposed to be an 11-inch toy, but it came out about 13 inches. I think because the yarn that I used is a bit thicker than what the recommended yarn was. And I used 3 millimeter? 3 millimeter or 3.25 millimeter knitting needles, circular knitting needles. So that's Candy Bear. And I also made Candy Bear. It's so gorgeous. I'm absolutely in love with these bears. I made these for my grandkids, but I'm going to have to make one for myself because I absolutely adore them. They're so cute. Now this bear is the same as this one, and I'll just, you can see the difference in size. This is using DK weight, this is using fingering weight yarn. So you can see that, you can see the difference of size. This one is approximately 11 inches, which would be the size as the pattern states, that's approximately the size that it comes out. And I've again knitted her. I think she's a girl. I don't know. I knitted her a little sweater, a short sleeve sweater with, it's got a button. Oh, I haven't put the buttons on yet, but it will have a button on the top here. And this yarn here is the patterns. See how it's white and pink? So that's 2 strands held together. So it came out like a DK weight. I wanted something a bit more heavier weight yarn for the top. And also the hat. Now the hat is a pattern. It's currently a free pattern by Mary Jane Tearoom. And I'll take it off. It's so cute. See the little holes for the ears that you knit in place? It's called, just give me a moment, I've got the pattern here next to me. Here, the Mossy, that's it, the Mossy Bear Hat. It's absolutely adorable. So at the moment, the Mossy Bear Hat is a free pattern on Mary Jane's Tearoom. And like I said, I'll link all the details in the description below. And it is made for a 8-inch bear, which is a smaller bear. This one here, it's a smaller bear. However, I just cast on the amount required, but because I'm using different size needles and different size yarn, it came a perfect size for this little one. So that's why I made her the matching top. Yeah. So cute. So I'll probably make one for this bear here as well, but again I have to bear in mind, pardon the pun, bear in mind the size, because she's much bigger, or he is much bigger than this one, her little sister. So cute, so gorgeous. So now for either one of these, which depending on how big this what I'm making next, I'll show you, depending on the size that it turns out, to who it's going to fit. Baby bear dungarees. So dungarees are basically, they're like overalls, and that's what I'm making, the clothing here. So they're like shorts with a, what do you call that, bib and brace type pants, but that's Candy Bear there. And this the pattern for these pants was included in the bears, an actual bear pattern. So it came with a top, like a short sleeve top, similar to this. It came with the pants, and it came with the shoes as well. The shoes are called Mary Jane shoes. They're so pretty. These ones here. Very, very pretty. So the yarn that I'm using for the dungarees is Motivera Starlight. Oops, there. Motivera Starlight, in this sort of taupey, it's hard to describe, it's sort of like, it's pretty much true to colour there. I'll just see if it'll focus. Pretty much true to colour there. It's sort of like a taupey, it's got that little bit of glitter through it. And I've only just started, so I'm using 2.75 needles, which that's what the pattern calls for. And so I've only just started. That's the little bottom section that gives you a really nice finish on the edge. But I'll come back to you once I've gotten a bit further on it. And it is knitted flat, and then you seam it together. Personally, I'm not that good at items that are knitted flat and then seamed together, because where the seam is, it never seems to come nice and even. It always looks a bit choppy, like I've just sort of done a quick rush job, even though I take forever to do it because I'm so worried about how it's all going to match up. I don't know, but anyway, we'll see how it goes. So sometimes if a pattern says to knit something flat and then seam it together, I will try and knit it in the round. Like, let's just show you a little bit here. Also, That's another thing that I'd finished. I've forgotten. I made her some little sort of undie shorts. And I made a hole for the tail. I put a little button on there so they're easy to come on and off. This is just something that I came up with myself. It was a little bit wide around here. So you can see here this little fold. Looks like little darts. I just folded it back and stitched it because it was a little bit too wide around the waist. But as you can see, see here, see this join? It looks horrendous. It looks like she had a very bad botch job operation. But yeah, it never comes a nice clean join. So when I made the tail, for instance, I knitted in the round because there was no way I was going to hide a seam on the tail. And the head was knitted in the round. The arms, the join there didn't come too bad. I don't know if you can see it. It didn't come too bad, but I prefer to not see that seam. It looks neater. Like, for example, Candy Bear, it's all knitted in the round. So there's no seaming even on her legs. It's all the same all the way around. But they're so cute. Gorgeous face. My embroidery skills are sort of getting a little bit better. The faces look not too bad. I just love them. That was the first one. But she's a cat and they're bears. But yeah, we're getting better, slowly. So that's all I have as far as whips and faux. The knitted items, yeah, that's all I have. So I'd like to thank you again for joining me today, and hit that like button if you like the content, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Do comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. And you know, that's the whole reason why I started this channel, was to show what I'm making and to get a bit of, you know, rapport with my viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Next, what I'm making next, depending on how. Sorry. Thank you again. Take care and have a lovely day. Bye bye.